like wearing this shirt. It looks like a mystical pattern with chakras, but it's actually a D20, a D12, 10, 8, 6, and 4 from Dungeons and Dragons. I was told by my translators that I have to waste time more before I start actually teaching. Today we're gonna have a lot of cities to review because it's soon the end of the year and we're in the review part, which is good. For the intense personal growth, you can always go back in the videos on Facebook. You can also go to the YouTube, which has a lot of playlists for the different topics. So today we're reviewing the dehacitta. I have them written here. I don't really need it, just in case. Pay attention to the body and incarnate. When we're using a technological solution like live streaming, we're tempted to think and be in the head. It takes an extra effort to be in the body. When we are in seminar or in person, because we're with someone who is physically present, it's easier to be incarnate in the flesh. Okay, so try to just do your best to be grounded and incarnate, whatever that means for you. Okay. The dehacitta, for those who followed that class, those cities earlier this year, is 7 aspects of the body, the more physical and manifest aspects. And then the 8th Siddhi, which is dehacitta, which means the body's mind. Okay, or body and mind, or the body's mind. It can mean both. Astimaja, Snayu, Lasika Pezel, Chitta Samhati, Koshta, Indriya, Charman, dehacitta. So we will review those. And if someone remembers how to write them, I will spell it. You can write it in the comments, but I will go slow and try to go by sound as I say them. And if you want more details, you can always go back to the classes, which were 8 classes sometimes back. The 7 components of the body mentioned in the dehacitta process are all physical. There's none for immune system. There's none for the liquids like the blood or the lymph. It's more the general aspects of the manifest body. Okay, what seems to be fixed, but of course your entire body will be renewed over a few years. Cells die, others reproduce, your bones are being rebuilt all the time. So apparently every 7 years your entire mass is new. Okay, there's none of you that remain from more than 7 years ago, except maybe the lead in your teeth that I have the impression to have for the last 30 years. But then again, it's not an organ. All right. So the first one is Asti Maja, bone marrow. Thank you, Raven, for writing it. Asti Maja. Parenthesis. I told Raven to stop stressing about the typing of the comments. She was trying to be so precise and everything, and it was not a pleasure anymore for her. It was a stress. So I told her stop. Okay. So she's going to add, I hope, Raven, you're going to add less detail and just keep us with the things that matters when you feel like it. Okay. You see, Raven is not an employee. She's simply devoted to supporting the growth of everyone. So that's pretty cool. All right. End of parenthesis. Asti Maja means bone marrow. Asti is bone. Maja is marrow. The Siddhi Asti Maja is for the bone marrow and the bones. It's like it expands into the bones. Even though the dictionary words Asti Maja mean bone marrow, the Siddhi is the marrow and the bone, because you say bone in the Siddhi. Okay, so when you say a Siddhi, every word counts. Okay, so we will start with breathing, inhabiting. That's a transmigration in the body. Feel and observe the body. Asti Maja. The bone and the marrow. Just be there. Asti Maja. And with the Siddhi, your body focuses on making it stronger, healthier. Not stronger, but healthier. And productive. So the role of the marrow is to produce many of the cells that will then be used in the immune system. I'm not a doctor and I don't know all the details, but the killer T cells and the cleaner cells and the beautiful cells in the body, okay, that clean you up and kill the intruders. Okay. From our human point of view, we see it as a good and healthy system. But at the level of these cells, it is their experience of violence in nature. Okay, something destroys something else. We have the impression it's violent. Make peace with the fact that this is essential to maintain life. Okay, there's a little of battle in the world all the time, turbulence, and cells die. Hopefully, war can be resolved and no human will have to ever face trials again in their life. But that's wishful thinking. In nature, there's this little turbulence, okay? And it's okay. Asti Maja, as we focus on the bone marrow and the bone. The bones keep the structure of the body, but the bone marrow is the thing that most inside of our bones. Asti Maja. Asti Maja. Now there's a lot of more functions in the bone marrow that I'm not aware of, that are not violent, that are constructive. I'm aware of, but not educated in the medical sense. Asti Maja is also constructive. It builds your body, keeps you healthy. Asti Maja. Deep breath. Attached to the bones are the tendons, Snayu. S-N-A-Y-U. Snayu. These are the tendons and the ligaments. The tendons, I believe, are attached to the bones, and the ligaments are a muscle attached to another muscle. Tendon and ligaments, a white, collagenous matter with little elasticity and a good flexibility. Okay, so in the personal growth aspect, we were saying it's good for us to be flexible but not elastic, meaning to be disciplined, to be ordained, not to be soft. To have this structure to stand strong and relaxed. And when it's time to bend, we bend. Okay? And our tendons and ligament with the Siddhi Snayu get stronger, healthier, have a perfect minimal elasticity, almost nothing, but has it, and a lot of flexibility to twist and turn, to adapt. Okay. Snayu. So we focus on the body, Snayu. Healthy tendons and ligaments. Snayu. Snayu. Siddhi meditation, Snayu. Deep breath. We move on to Lasika Pezel. L-A-S-I-K-A space P-E-Z-L. Okay, Lasika Pezel. Both of these words mean muscle. Lasika is our capacity to transfer force. And pezel is the actual object of the muscle, what is composed of fibers joined together. Okay. So Lasika Pezel is a Siddhi, muscle. The Siddhi indicates the objects and the purpose. Healthy muscle fibers, and then the fiber groups, and then the muscle itself, in a good relationship with the associated ligaments and tendons, and the capacity to transfer force when required. Lasika Pezel. Lasika Pezel. I remember Lakshmi Yantra telling me that she felt stronger physically after the practice. This Siddhi is not meant to make you stronger or augment your mass, but it will have the effect of making you physically stronger because you have healthier muscles. But it won't augment your mass or your strength dramatically unless you physically train or do exercise. However, it keeps the muscles healthy. Lasika Pezel. Lasika Pezel. Lasika Pezel. And the muscles communicate with the central nervous system. There's nerves in the muscles. Chitta Samhati, C-E-T-A space S-A-M-H-A-T-I. Chitta Samhati. It seems like the Siddhi Chitta Samhati, which means to put your mind in transcendence. But it is Chitta Samhati, the physical manifestation of the brain and all the nerves. All the brain, the gray matter, the white matter is included in there. Chitta Samhati. A healthy brain, a healthy nervous system. It will regenerate parts of your brain that have been destroyed. It's an influence that we have not medically measured or proven, but it's an influence. Chitta Samhati. Chitta Samhati. Brain and nervous system. If you want to keep your mental functions, you also have to use your brain and train your visual motor reflexes. Meaning that you can do mind games. If you work every day, you usually do that. Concentrate on what you have to do. But otherwise, you do mind games, play video games, super good for the health. And the visual motor reflexes, from what you see to what you do with your hands, to keep acting more than just writing on paper, typing on computer. Do things. Chitta Samhati, a healthy brain and nervous system. Chitta Samhati, a healthy brain and nervous system. Chitta Samhati. For much more detail, you can always go back to the past classes. But this is a nice review. We move on then to the inner organs. We don't specify which organs. It's all the inner organs. It's if it's an organ and it's inside your skin, then koshta. Sorry, charman is the skin. Koshta. K-O-S-H-T-A. Koshta. The organs. The Siddhi Koshta brings balance in the organs. It has the effect of combining the organs in their production line from the mouth to the butt. It makes all the organs want to work together. The heart, the lungs, liver, stomach, intestine, both of them, and every other little organ that I did not mention. The kidneys, the cerebral, the spleen, like all the organs, sexual organs, all the organs inside. Koshta cares for the health of the organs. Individually and as a whole, brings harmony in the system. Everything works together fine. Balance, okay? They all help each other in their function and structure. Koshta. Koshta. Healthy organs, balance organs, good collaboration between them. Everyone healthy in their function and their composition. Koshta. Yes, these are helpful. Koshta. Then the outer organs and the senses. Indriya. 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 Indra is a god of the Hindu pantheon, the one that dominates the spiritual world and provides spiritual experiences. The senses, Indriya, is how you perceive the world, and perception allows you to interpret experiences and to live them. So to have good senses means to have also the capacity to grasp the reality you live in and experience the manifest world. So they are the senses, and their function is to give you information about reality, about the manifest reality, physical plane, and also grasp the events. So there's an interpretation when it goes into the brain, because the senses are all connected to the brain. Okay, of course. Nervous system. Indriya is a siddhi. Organs that are exposed to the outside, which are the senses. Indriya. 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 Again, no sense specific. In composition and in function, your senses get better. Your senses are healthier. Indriya. 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 Deep breath. The skin, Charman, C-A-R-M-A-N. The C in Sanskrit is ch. Okay? Sometimes, most of the time. Charman, the skin. So it is not the sense of touch, but the function of the skin that holds the sense of touch and, envelopes the body and the senses. Okay? Charman makes your skin healthy in all its function and its composition. Hopefully, with practice, it will bring the good quantity of collagen and vitamin and retinol and whatever your body needs to have a healthy skin. Does it make it more beautiful? I don't know. It should make it softer and more resistant. The skin is a barrier that lets a few things through but blocks most things. The skin breathes. You breathe a bit of oxygen through your skin, not only through the lungs, but through your skin you also breathe a bit. Charman. Charman. If you have a skin disease, I recommend you consult a doctor of modern medicine, and check in the holistic world if there's anything to accompany an actual medical treatment. That's my first recommendation about health, is to prioritize modern medicine and to accompany it with some holistic medicine. And then, of course, a Siddhi will have an effect. But can it heal diseases? It will help. Okay? Let's focus on the Siddhi itself, Charman. Maybe it will help you handle the disease. Maybe it will eliminate it, depending on, how permanent it is. But it makes your health, it makes you better. Okay, that's the power of the dehacitta Siddhis. Okay, so Charman, let's practice a minute. Charman. Charman. Charman, the skin is healthy, plump and hydrated, just enough oily, but as much as it needs. Healthy. The cells are happy in the skin. Charman. And then the 8th Siddhi, dehacitta, the body's mind. Deha, that's deha, the body, and chitta, citta, chitta, the mind. It is tempting to interpret it as body and mind and separate body and mind, but it is a single expression, dehacitta, the body's mind, meaning our physical body has a mind of its own, which is not composed of everything you've learned at school. The body's mind contains the original intention of your blueprint. Some of you would say the DNA, your record, the divine intention when it produced your mass in that fashion. So it's not about the intellect at all. The body's mind is how your body knows how to digest, how to walk, how to move, how to breathe and pump the blood, how to repair itself, how it is supposed to be. It also contains your looks, how you believe you look like or you're supposed to be, how you see. So we practice dehacitta to make the body's mind healthy and balanced. The first thing that will happen is you will gain access to the body's mind with your mind's mind, your conscious mind, your philosophical mind, if you want. Dehacitta gives you access to the mind. but also it awakens the mind of the body, making your body as a whole function better. Dehacitta. And then when you want to try shape-shifting techniques, you probably will not turn into a werewolf if you focus on it, but you can change little aspects of your body. Dehacitta awakens the body's mind and makes the body's mind available to your soul's mind, your philosophical mind, you as a consciousness. Okay? And it unifies the soul and the body through this mind process. Dehacitta, consciousness in the body, by awakening the body's mind. The experience of the body as it lives it like an animal in nature. Dehacitta. It opens you to a completely new realm of experiences. The body's mind does not believe in social standards and the concept of beauty through fashion. It understands that this shirt feels good when I wear it. It's not about its look, although the body might appreciate the blue or the red. It's all based on very raw biological experiences. Has nothing to do with any training in your higher mind or your human conditioning. It's very basic, it's very raw as an animal in nature. How does it feel? The body's mind experiences how the body faces the world. With Dehacitta, everything you do at the level of the body will be more efficient with your training. If you want to relax, it will be easier to relax. If you want to sleep, it will be easier to sleep. If you want to be awake, it will be easier to be awake. Don't push your limits too hard, of course. Stay healthy in your behavior. Dehacitta takes the body in a whole. Dehacitta. The raw, pure animal mind of your flesh. Dehacitta. If you have an addiction, and some of your addiction is based on your human mind, because your addiction allows you to repress something, that you have to work on. But the physical addiction, if you do Dehacitta for a long period of time, it gives you access to resolving easier the physical aspect of just the chemical reality of that addiction. Dehacitta gives you access to the body's mind. And from there you can mourn a product. You can feel the sadness of it leaving your body, the pain of losing something, and let go of an addiction at a very physical and raw level. Then you still have to work on the human aspect where you use that addiction to repress something or to deny an aspect of your experiences. But still, it helps. I speak of how it can be useful, but mostly it makes your body better, healthier, conscious. It also brings a respect of your physical body to your human mind. It will awaken you to the reality of your physical mass does not know, understand, or believe any of your system of beliefs, your conditioning, your way of seeing things. Dehacitta. All right, deep breath. Let's do a little review of all, a sprint if you want. Not a sprint. That implies stress and speed. Nah. Let's do all of them, simply. Bone marrow and the bones. Asti maja. Asti maja. Asti maja. Tendons and ligaments. Snayu. 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 Muscles. Lasica pesel. Lasica pesel. Lasica pesel. Nervous system, brain and nervous system. Chitta samhati. Chitta samhati. Chitta samhati. The inner organs. Koshta. 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 The outer organs or the senses. Indriya. 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 The skin. Charman. 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 The whole body. Dehacitta. The whole body in your awareness at the physical level. Dehacitta. 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 And a deep breath. Breathe, inhabit, feel, and observe. In Sanskrit and English, it is not the letter J, it's the letter H. But in Spanish, in the Hispanic language, it's a J. Yeah. Dehacitta. All right. Breathe, inhabit, feel, and observe the body. That's the review for this week. You can, if you want, find in YouTube the playlist of Dehacitta, or you can just do this week's class as a review. Good enough. I recommend that you do a few minutes of each alone, 3 to 5 minutes of each, and then all of them together, just through recitation, just to bring the ensemble. After you've done that, if there's specifically one aspect you want to work on, you will practice only this aspect. Like if you have a muscular problem or a nervous problem or a skin problem, you can mostly focus on this one. And you do it as a Siddhi, which means that transcendence is acceptable. You do it until you even lose consciousness on it. Okay? It will help. Okay? Might make you feel and look younger. Doesn't mean that you're younger. It means that you feel and look younger. And you have to be responsible of how far you want to push your limits to see if you really are younger. Be careful. Be prudent. But yeah, makes you healthy. See you next Friday.